Hey, it's D. It's a brand new episode coming right for you, right on the FTO network. Enjoy. All right, D is here. You heard the intro. I am D of FTO Nerd Talk. I would have called myself off guard with that one. This is a brand new episode of FTO Nerd Talk. I am your host. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. It is the new year, but it's not the first episode of the year anymore. So a lot to go into, a lot to talk about, a lot to put ourselves out when it comes to this week in news, because it has been a rough one. We're going to start this one out with some articles and just go from there. First up, rough one right off the bat. My goodness, I picked these out too. Michael Jackson biopic is coming from Training Day director Anton Fuqua. And this is supposed to talk about like his life as in the Jackson 5, him growing up, him like, you know, it may talk about like his stuff like as he gets older, as like his vitiligo, sort of like, you know, to change his skin. It's supposed to be called a King of Pop. Now, this is really interesting because the same person who directed Training Day and The Equalizer is doing this. That's a transition, but he is good with dramatic scenes. So like it's gonna be very surprising to see who they cast in this, and very more surprising to see how this plays out. So I'm really interested to see both. Really am. Next up, you got a new Scream poster coming out. And the only reason why I'm talking about a poster in the first place is because this movie is taking place in New York. So it's leaving like the small city and is moving itself to the Big Apple. This is interesting to me simply because there's a lot to do in a city when it comes like to a horror flick, especially a slasher flick. And I really want to see how they play this off. Like this, I didn't see the fifth one. I didn't. I watched the fourth one. I watched the first three also, but I haven't seen the fifth one. And you know me. You guys know how I roll. If there's not enough people of color inside of it, I'm not watching it. Like, period. Like that's just my rule. Like if I don't really see like two or more people of color inside of it, I'm done. So there's supposed to be the people of color inside this film. We'll see what happens. But the Big Apple aspect did catch my attention. Like I'll say that. Next up, we got Baldwin. Alec Baldwin is being charged with 2 counts of manslaughter. One because he had a gun in his hand, other because he's a producer on the film, and it happened under his watch. He's responsible. So, Helena Hutchins, may she rest in peace. If he is convicted, he can get up to 6 years in prison. If I'm giving my opinion about this, like I'm not a lawyer, nor was I there. But I feel like he won't be going to prison. But this will put the accountability spectrum on the face of everyone in Hollywood. It just is. Next up, Megan sequel. It's titled Megan 2.0 and got a release date. It's coming out January 17th, 2025. Now, you guys know how I feel about early year movie releases. Is especially when they have like a name attached to it, and I didn't really start noticing like that's what Hollywood did until Deadpool came out in February, the first one, and it made record-breaking numbers. And I feel like that's what they're doing with this one here. Like, you know, it's early year, it's a horror-ish kind of film. It's a sequel. People are gonna want to see it. They're gonna make their most money bringing it out at the beginning of the year. And horror still got this thing going on, man. So, there you go. So, get ready to see more weird dances from dancers in your content feed. Get ready to see more weird cosplay from cosplayers in your cosplay feed, because Megan is coming back for a sequel. Next up, Amazon Comixology hit with major layoffs. Now, I wouldn't be much of a podcaster who talks about comic books and put the nerddom on the forefront if I didn't talk about this. It's not just Comixology. Like Amazon proper is also firing people. Twitter is firing people. Tesla firing people. Like a lot of different companies firing people. Comixology let go over 18,000 people, and is happening everywhere in the tech world. Everywhere. It's big. It's problematic. It's going to keep on happening. Like, it sucks, man. Like, this recession is starting to look more and more glaring. And if you guys follow politics, you know that the House was recently won by the Republicans. And they don't seem like they want to make any big changes when it comes to that. So the debt ceiling is also going up. We won't hear about that until June or July. And the government may get shut down. So, a lot of stuff happening. Keep your eyes open. And that is it for news. You know what? I can talk about this too. I know I made like a TikTok about this. If you listen to this podcast, it may not came out. If you listen to it later on, you may have already seen it. But Without Remorse is getting a sequel, Rainbow Six. No, like the video game and the book. This is going to be more based off the book. It's going to have Michael B. Jordan attached to it. It's also going to have like the director from John Wick, Chad Stahelski. Is going to be directing. He directed all 3 John Wick films, and he's also directing this. I am excited. I'm excited because like this Rainbow Six is getting made, first off. I'm also excited because Michael B. Jordan is attached to this. I'm very excited that you got a director from John Wick also attached to this. Like, those are 3 wins right there. And if you haven't seen Without Remorse, you gotta get on it. You gotta get on it because it's so good. It's so good. That's the news for this week. Take a little break and we'll be right back. Hey guys, Dee here of fto-nerd-talk. I hope you enjoy the podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, tell your friends about fto-nerd-talk. Got a lot of different shows for all of you. Make sure you tune in every week for a brand new episode. Take it easy. And take it sleazy. I hit the wrong button and I couldn't stop myself from doing it. So that's my outro. For those of you who are new to this, that was not supposed to happen. But you know what? We're back. We took a break. It's whatever. What a fun day. Fun day for the second show of the year. It's always fun here at FTO. This is like one of my favorite parts of the show, which is things to check out. When I talk about TV shows, movies, and video games like that you should be checking out. That's on the radar of this week. This week we have House Party. That's right, the remake. It's a remake, House Party, coming out. Very modernized, very today. Very, very cool looking. Dude, if you've seen a trailer like this, looks like something like, man, I could really get on board with this. It comes out January 13th. So if you listen to this, it's already out. Aspiring club promoters and Best Buzz, Damon, played by Tolson Cole, and Kevin, played by Jacob Lattimore, are barely keeping things together. Out of money, down on their luck, and about to lose the roof over their heads, and freshly fired from their low-lift jobs as house cleaners. The pair needs a huge windfall to make their problems go away. In a what the hell move, they decide to host a party of the year at an exclusive mansion, the site of their last cleaning job, which just happens to belong to none other than LeBron James. No permission, no problem. What can go wrong? This movie's rated R by New Line Cinema, just like the original. Look at that. Oh, they're bringing it back. And it's categorized as a comedy. Now, this premise sounds amazing. It just does. Like, it blows the first House Party out of the water and just puts like a lot of things into perspective. Like, especially, it's going to be lifting up Black culture. Like, if you guys aren't talking about this and this is like isn't on your radar, I hope that it could be. Even though like the score is low in Metacritic, it's like a 40 in Metacritic. I don't care. I want to watch this. Like, it's not supposed to be good. It's supposed to be ridiculous. And like, I'm here for the ridiculous. So check it out. If you do check it out, let me know what you think. If I do check it out, I'll leave a review for you guys. Next up, a movie called Missing. Comes out January 20th. The synopsis reads, when her mother, played by Nia Long, disappears while on vacation in Colombia with her new boyfriend, Junes, played by Storm Reed, search for answers is hindered by international red tape. Stuck thousands of miles away from Los Angeles, June creatively uses all the latest technology at her fingertips to try and find her before it's too late. But as she digs deeper, her digital sleuthing raises more questions than answers. And when June unravels secrets about her mom, she discovers that she never really knew her at all. Sorry about like the shaking of the reading. I don't have my glasses on. I'm trying to read this on the screen where the contrast is very low. But my battery's about to die, so it's kind of like a catch-22. This is a drama thriller, rated PG-13, and it's from Stage 6 Films. I did not know Nia Long was a part of this. Now, that makes it more interesting. I gotta check out this trailer to see how good it is. Next up, After Long, also comes out January 20th. Set in the port town of Dover, Mary Houston suddenly finds herself a widow following the unexpected death of her husband. A day after the burial, she discovers he has a secret just 21 miles across the English Channel in Calais. This is a drama. It's not rated. It's by the BBC Films. This seems interesting. I wouldn't mind hopping on that. Next up, this is the one all of you probably know about right now. Last of Us came out January 15th. It's on HBO Max. Set 20 years after the destruction of civilization, Joel, played by Pedro Pascal, is hired to smuggle a 14-year-old Ellie, played by Bella Ramsey, out of a quarantine zone in this drama series based on a PlayStation video game with the same name. This is a drama categorized as drama, action, adventure, suspense, and sci-fi. I loved it. I watched it. It was so good. I hope every episode keeps up with the same pace that this one did. I feel like it being like 10 million an episode to make, it's gonna be, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna put all my eggs in the basket of this show, but like all the fans are raving about it, so maybe I should just take a breath and just accept the show what it is. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll keep doing reviews every episode. Next up, That 90s Show came out January 19th on Netflix. Set in 1995, Red, played by Kurtwood Smith, and Kitty Foreman, played by Deborah Jo Rupp, invite their granddaughter, Leah, played by Kelly Haverday, to stay for the summer in a sequel to That 70s Show. This is a comedy. Good premise. Really good premise. Like, they're bringing back a lot of the cast members to this, and that's also pretty incredible. I'm here for it. Like, I miss That 70s Show vibe, and it's hard to watch because of Masters, so... Like, you know, Scandal with Masters, it's hard to watch the show now. It's just difficult. But to have it coming back like this, yeah, sounds cool. Now for like the best part of the show, which I must say, I forgot to get the information for the artists and the writers and like all the other creators of these comic books. But this is comic books to read. So, first off, apologies. Sorry about that. But you know what? There's a lot of comic books out there. I need to start doing the indie comic books that come out. So, I know Midnight Comics listen to the podcast. I know a lot of other indie comic books listen to the podcast also. I want to start like trying to put you guys on the forefront. So, if you are listening right now, if you have like a release date or a Kickstarter date, I can talk about like a comic book to read on the podcast and give me your synopsis for the story. I would love to talk about it. So, there you go. First up, from DC Comics, Nightwing, issue 100. Power Vacuum, Part 4, The Leap. Come join us with the big smiles and even bigger celebrities as Nightwing hits the milestone issue 100. Cheer how far we've come by looking through the decades at what has made Nightwing a beloved hero. What better way to celebrate that familiar friends and artists than with familiar friends and artists than with heartless catering in a lair in the heart of Bloodhaven to take Blockbuster's throne. Nightwing will follow suit, setting up a headquarters of his own with the help of some friends who helped make him who he is now, of course. I saw like a few things on YouTube saying that Nightwing is like the new face of DC Comics. Like, no Superman, no Batman, no Wonder Woman. Like, Nightwing is like the new face. Like, they are pushing, like, yeah, those characters are going to be around because like, the Dark Crisis changed all that, but that's supposed to be the ramification of Dark Crisis, is that those characters, those Trinity is still here, but like the younger characters, like the next stage characters are going to be like the poster children for DC Comics. So look forward to it. Next up, Marvel Comic Books, Venom issue number 15. As Dylan Brock finds himself renewed and reinvigorated by his descent into the symbiote hive, Badam has come calling, looking to finish what is started by killing Dylan and Venom, and once Once and for all, luckily, an old friend is around to lend a crimson-clad hand, and it isn't Spider-Man. This is a legacy issue of 215. It's also our Dark Web tie-in. The cover is pretty wicked. This cover is pretty wicked. That's why I picked it. The cover is wicked. Sorry again, but not having like the creators attached to this, but like, yeah, looks good. Next up, Batman, One Bad Day. Bane, issue number 1. The Last Vengeance of Bane. A past, present, and future destroyed by Venom. Bane broke the bat. He's one of the only villains to ever truly vanquish the Dark Knight. But it's not all he's ever accomplished. Decades from now, Bane is a washed up wrestler reliving his glory days in the ring, defeating someone dressed like Batman every day. But when he discovers that there's a new source of venom in the world, he'll do everything he can to shut down the facility. It's coming from the good and make sure that no one takes the poison that ruined his life. An epic saga set throughout Bane's life, expanding the hopes, dreams, regrets, and failures of one of DC's most legendary characters, brought to you by the iconic creator team Josh Williamson from Dark Crisis on Different Earth, The Flash, and Howard Porter from The Flash and Justice League. You got a creator for this one? Told you the names for that one. See, that's cool, because if you listen to Chuck Dixon, who created Bane, he tells you that Bane is an allegory for Trump. So it's nice to hear this coming from like the creator, different creator aspect about this character to make him a little bit more human. So we'll see how that turns out. These One Bad Day books have been pretty interesting though. So, you know, there you go. Something to look out for. Next up, House of Slaughter, issue number 11. New series artist Antonio Fuso from Lost Falls and G.I. Joe Cobra joins returning writer Tate Brumbaugh from Behold and Behemoth to reveal the next chapter of Jace Bulcher's story. No longer the monster hunter he once was and unaware of Aaron's fate, Jace's new mission is to protect the orphans under his care. Can he save them from not just the monsters, but his own rage and guilt? One of these children may be in even worse danger than Jace knows, as a stranger pair of eyes watches him through the woodland shadows. Now, this sounds pretty epic. It's from Boom Studios. I think James Tynion is doing this. Yeah, so something to look out there, man. Something to look out there. And lastly, we have What's the Furthest Place from Here, issue number 10. Sid Stories revealed. The game-changing second arc to one of the year's biggest book starts here. Dark secrets are uncovered as we discover why Sid had to leave the academy, where she went, and what she did. This issue has it all. A betrayal, a rescue, an escape, some Daves, and the strangers revealed a shocking truth. Spooky. This is from Image Comics. 28 pages. And that's it. That's all I have for the show today. It's shorter than usual. I feel like I rushed it a little bit, but you know what? That's fine. I appreciate you guys listening. I usually have something to say at the end. I am moving, so hopefully that means I can start using my microphone for my computer, start using the one for my phone. You know what? You guys didn't notice. You guys had no idea. Like, it sounds like good on both, right? I listen to these after I record them to make sure they still sound nice. I know some of you let me know when I have like some audio error. I appreciate that too. But the phone sounds pretty good. I do it in my car still. I'm debating right now if I should go to the gym and go walk. I know you guys know usually I do that. I do the podcast after that because I'm so invigorated. But I feel like if I get invigorated and we got to move tomorrow, I'm going to be exhausted. And I'm not in the mood for that. So maybe I'll just go back to where I live and sleep for a bit. And rest for a bit. And watch some TikTok videos. Because, you know, there's no better pastime than TikTok videos. But I'm starting to realize something very crucial when it comes to TikTok videos. That there are different timelines within like your preferred algorithm where you should and should not watch TikTok videos. Because you will sometimes get some disturbing TikTok videos from people's very interesting point of views. And, yeah. So there's that. I hope you're all doing well. I hope everything's going well for you. I'm still trying to go to BlerdCon. I haven't really set that in stone yet because the move is happening. If you check out my YouTube, I'm trying to do like some cool stuff there. This is like the top anime of the year so far. Got a lot more coming, like a list of 60 different animes I'm going to be talking about throughout the year. And if more come out, I'm going to talk about those too. Also got the top down. I'm working on like who can defeat the Batman. So keep your peeps peeping for that one. So I'm trying to put that out there. And I'm trying to like put like a lot more effort into YouTube because I feel like if I can sustain my YouTube, get my YouTube going, I can do this a lot more and not have to worry about like how I'm financially stable when it comes to this, because YouTube will take care of me. But getting that traction on YouTube is not easy. So the podcast is going to keep on going strong. Sorry about the episode of Table Cheese not coming out this week. I know some of you guys are upset about that. Again, with the moving process, it was a bit of a struggle for me. The kids really wanted some attention last weekend, and I had to give it to them. Gotta give it to the kids. So, hung out with the kids, did some stuff with the family. Anton was busy also, so like it kind of worked out for everybody. But new episode coming up this week. It's gonna be a little bit longer than usual, so making up for like the lost episode. Apologies again for that. I think it's gonna be episode 17 of Table Cheese. I think so. Haven't been labeling them. And also, episode 300 of FTO is coming out soon. Like the FTO podcast, episode 300 is coming. So many people to put out there on the forefront. Anton, Mayhemmer, Angela Faith, Shaza, like my wife. Like there's so many guests I've had on here. So many like, guest hosts I've had on here. Dave. Like there's just been so many different people. The entire Hard Talk crew. I know I put like some of those episodes in here too. Like it's been a fun go doing this, and I hope more is to come. I've been trying to put my best self forward when it comes to doing these podcasts, and I can try to put like my best effort out there because I know what I'm capable of, and trying to put that imposter syndrome in a place where it won't do me any harm. As I always say, it is still there. But I know I can do all this because I have done it. Like I've looked at my record on YouTube. I've done all this. I've done like cool edits. I've done like voice work. I've done like podcasts for a while. I have like the experience and the skill. I just, gotta keep on applying myself because I know I can do this. And like, if you feel the same way about yourself and what you're trying to do, I believe in you. Because like, if you look at what you've done, you know you've done it also. It just, you stand in your way sometimes. I get it. I stand in my way sometimes. Life gets that way sometimes. Also, blerd-news is coming back with Princess Zahida and I. She is doing like some changes with her artist of the day. Getting very pumped for that. Super excited for it. Yup. Comic Point, that may be changing with Yo Nerd. I'm not too sure. I haven't really had much contact with him of late. He's been doing a lot of stuff on his page right now. So like, make sure you check out his page, see what he's doing. I may end up doing Comic Point by myself. I may get someone else to do like a co-host, maybe a different comic book guest every so often. There is some stuff I want to do with Table Cheese with Anton, which is getting local gamers to be guests on the show to talk about like the games that they're playing, because Anton and I are very busy dudes. Like, he works a full-time job, I work a full-time, part-time, and like, being a father, and having someone who plays the game, talking to them about the game that they're playing, doing like, going back into like the scheduled format of the show would be a cool thing for us to do. And like, I'm here for it. So I feel like that could be like the future of Table Cheese, and talking like to local gamers. Just, individuals who play games, and just talking to them about certain games they're playing. Because like, we can't play all the games. We can't. When it comes to Comic Point, I just want to talk about comics, man. Like, I just do. I haven't read a comic book in about maybe 4-5 months. It's starting to take a toll. It really is. But I'll be back. I'll be back at it. Dark Crisis really put a damper on it. And that Justice League Dark, dense. Ram V is good, but like, it's dense. It is. It just is. But that's the show. Until next time, you guys take it easy. I have no idea what I'm going to title this, but you know what? I'll figure it out. I always do. Until next time, take it easy. Get ready for that outro again, too. Hey guys, D here of fto-nerd-talk. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, tell your friends about fto-nerd-talk. Got a lot of different shows for all of you. Make sure you tune in every week for a brand new episode. Take it easy.